This right here is the 7-piece knife set from Wusthof under their Ikon line. It normally comes with a block. I don't have the block with me, but since all I would say about the block anyway was essentially show you a picture of it and then say it looks nice, you can just look at pictures online and we'll call it even. I'm going to talk about what actually matters, and that's the actual knife set. So off the bat, this knife set has pretty much 90 to 95% of what you're going to need in your kitchen. It comes with an 8-inch chef's knife, which is the workhorse of the kitchen. It comes with an 8-inch serrated bread knife, which obviously you use to cut through hard breads or soft breads, and the serrations really help you get a nice clean cut. It comes with a 6-inch utility knife, which is essentially the knife that you would normally use if you don't want to have to whip out a giant chef's knife and you just want to get the job done and it's a small job. And then a 3.5-inch paring knife, which, to be clear, you hold in your hand like this, you feed food into, and you use it to both peel and to break down different sized foods, like let's say a broccoli. It also comes with a set of breakaway kitchen shears, which you would normally use for things like poultry or to break open little bags of food, as well as a honing steel to keep your knives sharp. So that, along with a block, like I said, is going to give you almost everything you need in the kitchen, with the exception of a couple of specialized knives that you can purchase at a later time. But let's go into exactly what makes the Ikon the flagship line in the Wusthof world. It is the flagship, but it's pretty much 90% the knife that the Classic is. It uses the same metal, it has the same cutting edge, and with the exception of a couple of changes to blade geometry and the entire handle being more ergonomic, in terms of function, it's pretty darn similar. So this knife is made with a 58 hardness steel, Wusthof's own proprietary blend, and that's right in the middle of the spectrum. So what that does is it gives you the best of both worlds to an extent. On the one hand, it's hard enough to where you're not going to need to worry about it dulling or needing sharpening that often. But on the other hand, it's soft enough to where you don't need to worry about it chipping or getting damaged or broken as you're working with it in daily use. On top of that, the edge of the blade is pretty much the sharpest edge that I have really ever seen on a production knife, like a normal production knife. It's 14 degrees, which, if you don't know much about the angles of blades, Shun, which everyone pretty much regards as being one of the flagships or the role models, the gold standards for sharpness, is at 16 degrees. So this knife is 2 degrees thinner of a blade on either side, which makes it crazy sharp. And because of the 58 hardness steel, it holds that edge very, very well. On top of that, this knife is forged and handmade in Germany, and it does have a full tang. And it also has this extra material here at the bottom that really adds a nice weight to the end and makes it fit in your hand really, really well. Speaking of fitting in your hand, the actual handle, like I've said before, I feel like they've spent a lot of time, energy, and money designing. I feel like no matter how you're holding the knife, whether it's a pinch grip, whether it's a little pointer grip, whether it's this sort of barbarian grip, no matter what you're doing, it fits in your hand flawlessly. And that makes it not tire you out or make you sort of get exhausted as you're cutting too much. Your hand doesn't cramp, and I really like that a lot. The handle comes in 3 different styles. You can get this gorgeous black, which I like a lot. You can get a cream colored white, which pops in the kitchen. Or if you want to really go all out, you can get a blackwood handle. And blackwood is a wood from Africa. It is gorgeous. It has an amazing grain pattern, and it's actually an extremely dark brown. And it's also very, very, very regulated and controlled, so only a couple of pieces get out of the continent every single year. And Wusthof grabs them up and uses them to make the handles. So because of that, they are definitely a limited edition knife, and they are a premium. But if you want the best of the best of the best, that's what you're going to want to look into. Otherwise, if you like German knives, if you like the way German knives feel and work, this is going to be an amazing knife set. I'll put a link down to it below. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon. This right here is the 7-piece knife set from Wusthof under their Ikon line. It normally comes with a block. I don't have the block with me, but since all I would say about the block anyway was essentially show you a picture of it and then say it looks nice, you can just look at pictures online and we'll call it even. I'm going to talk about what actually matters, and that's the actual knife set. So off the bat, this knife set has